Okay, guys, it's Old Man G here for Red Devil Studio, and today we're going to discuss the fact that Marcus Rashford has been given a new contract to 2023, that's 2023, for around £200,000 a week. I know there's some things going on around the fact that it's 300,000, but I think that's like add-ons and incentives and stuff, but it's been reported. I'm going by, essentially BBC Sport, which is the most reliable news agency in the UK. But it's been reported in multiple news outlets: Sky, Guardian, Telegraph, etc. And Manchester United officially, obviously, is that basically Marcus Rashford is going to be a Manchester United player up until 2023. Now, there's been a lot of negativity I've seen around it. Specifically just around the amount that he's getting. I think I personally like Marcus Rashford. I do feel that he did have a average to poor season last season, and I do think that since Mourinho took over, he hasn't really flourished. As such, he's regressed. To be honest, I'd argue that ever since Alexis Sanchez came to Old Trafford, that seems to have sort of taken a downhill, because there was a time, I think, when it was Marcus Rashford and Martial basically just sort of exchanging on the left sort of wing and competing and strong, and that looked like it worked. But then Sanchez came and just and everything just seemed to just get a bit disrupted. Really, it just didn't really work. Now that Ollie's came, Ollie's now decided to play Rashford more centrally, and Martial on the left, obviously. So. But there was a bit of an improvement briefly under Ollie. It could also have been because Marcus Rashford was injured, maybe, but since probably about March, February, his form took quite a bit of a dip. So he's an enigma. He's still quite young. Obviously, he's 21 now. So he's still got potential. He's not in his prime as of yet. But I just think it's just important because on the one hand, it's good that we can keep him. I like him, a player. He's a good footballer, and I think that he has the potential to be Manchester United's main striker for years to come. However, £200,000 a week to 2023. If Marcus Rashford does flop this season and potentially the next season, you have a striker that's on forward, wing or whatever, that's on high wages, and again we're in the same sort of situation where we are signing players, a lot of players, are renewing their contracts on high wages, and then are surprised that we find it difficult to then move these players on, or get good money back from them, because Manchester United are obviously we're one of the biggest clubs in the world, but we pay the most. I don't even think VVD, Virgil van Dijk, is on what any of our players are on at Manchester United. That includes Chris Smalling and Phil Jones. I could be wrong, I can't verify it, but we do pay high wages, and I think that has had a negative effect, because I do think that's potentially caused some turmoil within the camp, and especially with players who are getting picked or getting paid because they haven't played particularly well, and the value of those players. So, for example, I thought that's one reason maybe why Ander Herrera is leaving. Maybe he didn't ask for that much more. Was it 200,000, 250,000, something like that? I'm like, no, I don't want to give it to you. I think Ander Herrera was a valuable asset to Manchester United. So the fact that they wouldn't, you just kind of see what I mean. I just think that the fact that we've paid grossly high wages has caused friction. And continues to cause friction, and I think it's something that we need to try and resolve. I don't know if there's a solution to it, but I don't think that's necessarily Marcus Rashford's fault, and so I don't necessarily agree with the whole Trashford, he's bad, not worth it, etc. So on. It's not specifically his fault. It is just the way that we as a club, unfortunately, have carried ourselves, and it's not going to do us any further now or in the future. But regardless, like I said, I still think it's great that he has signed. I think that I would like to see him, Martial and Greenwood, really given a chance to sort of shine, given the backing by the fans, and just hopefully this season they can go all out, because we can't use the they're still young excuse forever, although they are young. I mean, Rashford is 21. We can't with Lingard. I don't know why people still think that Lingard is young. Lingard is, I think, 26, 27. So that's not young. that's he should be leading now, So he should actually be mentoring, not saying beans in videos. But we won't talk about that. I should probably post a video about that, but we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that there is a lot expected. I think we expect as fans that Marcus Rashford needs to step up this season, especially if we're not going to bring another forward. It looks like Lukaku wants to go. We'll talk about that at some point. If we're not going to be bringing another forward, then essentially we're relying on a lot of goals from Marcus Rashford. We need him to score goals, and we need him to score at the very least 20, 25 plus goals in a season if we're going to even think about getting to top 4, let alone maybe nipping a trophy. And to be honest, his goal hasn't been that great, especially if we're going to think as a forward or a striker. So we need to just bear that in mind. But anyway, short video today. Again, just announcing the news that Marcus Rashford has signed a new contract till 2023 on £200,000 a week for Manchester United. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you think this is a good deal? Do you think that he's worth the money? Do you think that he's not worth the money? Do you think that we should just sell him? Do you think that we should just give him a chance, given the fact that he's 21? Post your views in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe to Red Devil Studios. Thank you, guys, and cheers.